Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Tantra is basically a different approach. I will take a few things before going into the sutra. First is love. Second, something about Shiva, who has given the sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. We go to the temple, mosque, churches for prayers, and we consider this as a ritual. But have you ever thought, where will you learn prayer? Where do you get the first taste of prayer? If you have known love, only then the doors of the temple will be open for you. One who has known love, for him the doors of the temple will open. Love comes like a drop. When someone has known a drop, then prayer becomes the ocean. If love is the drop, then prayer is the ocean. For love, no theology, no religion, no philosophy is necessary. For love, you do not need any master, any awakened one. It has been given to you, it is your treasure, and it is the great benediction that God has given you this tremendous tool. If you know how to unravel it, your path will be open. You have the equipment, but you do not know how to use it. Jesus has an important statement, parable: love and you will know God. Jesus said, love and you will know God. And the second part is, because God is love. The deepest aspect of this saying is, Jesus did not say, love God so that you can know God. He simply say love, not love God. He did not emphasize love your wife, your husband, or anything. This reveals a deeper secret. Love is not a relationship. Love is an understanding, union of your masculine and the feminine energies, Shiva and Shakti within you, the anima and animus within you, the left and the right side of the brain, the union of the two. And if you have, and with that comes harmony, with that comes oneness. As such as you are split between the two hemispheres of the brain, the left and the right. Left says something, right says something, and there is no coordination between the two, no harmony between the two. When the harmony comes, you are one. Love completes. You have understood love. You have explored it. So love, and you will know God, because God is love. Love means harmony. Love means oneness. Love is not a relationship. When you are in harmony. Love is the light. When the two poles neutralize one another, when anima and animus neutralize one another, when left and the right hemispheres of the brain neutralize one another, love emerges as light. So first comes life, then love. Love blossoms into light. When you are one, that very moment you know God. Love and you will know God, because there is no other way. And the moment this happens, that harmony, that oneness is prayer. The neutralization of the right and the left, with that illumination happens, flowering happens. Prayer is the illumination of love. Prayer is the flowering of love. And the intensity, the depth, the moment the drop that love is merges into the oneness, it becomes prayer. Love is it. Now, how you attain to it is the union of two. Union of the two, anima and animus, the outside, man and woman, or the man and woman inside. Why the outside is emphasized? Because the two do not merge into one another because of ego. The moment they meet beyond the boundaries of ego, then love blossoms. Love is the surrender of two towards one another, trust into one another. The positive and the negative pole in the bulb, they surrender to one another. The positive does not say that I am the one who is important, because it is the positive current. Negative is always there. But the positive is useless without the neutral, the negative pole. So the two in that way also, but they are inanimate. They are energies. They have no ego with one another. One does not say I am more important than you. But man thinks he is more important, woman thinks she is more important, and there is never a union between the two. This happens even in love. Man thinks it is I who can give an orgasm to woman. Woman says the same thing. But when the two meet one another beyond the boundaries of ego, in a no-war zone, between the two armies, forces arrayed facing one another in the battlefield, they have their own zones. But between the two, there is a no-war zone. So when the two opposite poles, when the north and the south pole of the magnet allow their energies to flow towards one another without feeling any greatness, the circle of the energy completes, the energy begins to flow. And this is and in that flow, love blossoms. Love is a training, basic training. If you had not loved, if you have not understood its depth, you may have done thousands and one ways and means, you will remain miserable. To avoid love, we have discovered marriage. We discovered, we invented many societies, many cultures to avoid, to escape from religion. We have created many sects that we have created. This is Hinduism, this is Christianity, this is Islam, and then the different subsections of different religion. In order to avoid love, we have invented marriage. I have heard a joke. It is a way a Hindu woman wants the same person as her husband life after life, and it is said that the union of the two, the man and the woman, is of 7 lives. So someone asked the woman, why do you want the same man as your husband in the age life? The answer is very relevant. It says, that shows the human mind. It says it takes long training to make a man as husband. It takes a lot of training for a man to become husband, and one life is not enough. It takes a very long time. So by the time we have lived 15-20 years, someone dies. So if I have to start, if God gives me another man, I have to start the training all over again. So if I have the same man who I have trained for 15 years, I can continue training him after that. That is why a Hindu woman wants the same man as her husband, and it is said, 7 lives for a man to completely become a husband. Whatever be the reason, but it shows the human mind. We can have many things, but if we do not understand what love is not a relationship. Aurobindo says it is an unseen but realized truth. It is the energy field that flows when the two opposing forces, the positive and negative, the north and south poles, they surrender to themselves and begin to flow in harmony. Love destroys all economics. That is why it is most dangerous. Love does not know who is a beggar and who is rich, who is low and who is high, who is Brahman and who is Hindu, who is Muslim. Love knows nothing, but marriage knows that a man who is Hindu cannot marry a Muslim woman unless he changes his religion. This is the secret for the marriage. But for love has its own language, has its own understanding, which knows no boundaries. Love knows no sect, no religion, but the two. Without understanding love, you cannot grow. A poor can fall in love with the other. The rich, a Hindu can fall in love with Muslim. Muslim can fall in love with Hindu. A Christian can fall in love with Muslim. But there is no condition as far as love is concerned. But there are conditions imposed by the religion as far as marriage is concerned. This is the basic that you have to understand. Then comes, who is Shiva, who gave the sutras of the Gyan Bhairav Tantra. First of all, in Hindus there are gods. These are known as Dev. But for Shiva we call it Mahadev. Maha means great, grand, the best among all. So he is the best among all the gods, Devas, Mahadev. That is why it is called Mahadev. Then he is born out of his own free will. He has no father, no mother. So when a child is born, it may use a passage because of life. So the parents, they do not consider children as your property because you are simply the passage for something to happen. Children pass through you. But that which enters into life is beyond the control of the man, father and the mother. The night that is known as Shivratri, there are 13 such special occasions. And as far as Hinduism is concerned, every day is special. And that too we understand. It's not that Monday is more important than Tuesday or Tuesday is more important than Sunday. In calendar, every day is auspicious because sun rises, sun sets, new energy comes in the atmosphere, flowers begin to blossom. It's not that only one day flowers blossom and then the Sunday that is a holiday, so flowers do not blossom. Flower knows, birds chirping knows no Friday or Sunday or Monday, but Muslims know Friday is the day of prayer. Christians know Sunday is the day of prayer and is the day for holiday. So, but it happened because of many reasons. Certain 4 or 5 special occasions are celebrated as Hindu festivals. But Shivratri is the one, and the day that celebrates in the month of February or March is known as Mahashivratri. Maha means grand. It is because there are certain reasons for it. During this period, the position of the lunar moon changes. And this is the time when winter is ending and spring is starting, summer is starting with the onset of spring. So there is a different surge of energy during this period. In the morning, there is a greater surge of energy. The nature of the energy is different. In the afternoon, it is different. In the evening, it is different. Each has its own use and purpose. In the morning, when the sun is rising, it is nascent. In that time, the Hindus made it as a prayer offering water to the sun. It is very scientific. When you are that time, the sun rays does not have any ultraviolet rays. It is very beneficial to human skin and human eyes. And when that is made as a ritual. Everything is made as a ritual because man cannot, if it is not told that way, then he will not understand it. So everywhere ritual is put, and it has been that it is said you must respect everything, and everything sentient and insentient. So when you respect the plant, respect means adoration, then you will not destroy it. So we start worshipping the trees. But the ignorant one says that this particular set of people, they worship trees and rivers and everything. Tree gives us the oxygen which is necessary for human life. It gives us fruits. It gives us shelter. So it is like mother. It mothers you. The river gives you water. And so many things. It mothers you. The nature mothers you. It is why Hindus call it Mother Nature. Because if you look at it scientifically, I'm not talking about the Hindu perspective. I'm talking about the understanding of the set of people whom we call it as Hindus. In Christianity, there is a word used, pagan. We respect everyone, everything sentient and insentient. Then really you know the meaning of love, you know the meaning of respect. So it goes on mothering you. So that is why on that day, Mahashivratri, and during this period, you have to be very alive, alert, and vigilant. So how can you be? That is the reason we have the waking. The Hindus use the word Jagran. During the time of Ramzan, the Muslims are supposed to, after the breaking the fast, Aftari, when they finish the dinner, they are supposed to remain in prayers. That is, waking is very important. So on this day, Shivratri, a great celebration happens, and the night you wake up. There is an important incident comes that shows the birth of Shiva. It is said that the Shiva was getting married. We do not marry the people without knowing the lineage, the families of the people. We want to see that the two families who are their fathers, and even when the marriage certificate is made, it is written the name of the two participants, the boy and the girl, their addresses, their parentage. And this is in almost all the religions when it comes to the marriage certificate. There are certain sects, I had been in one of such occasions, in Boston, a South Indian family was celebrating their wedding anniversary. So in their path, the lineage is discovered for the boy from Krishna, because it is said Krishna is the only man. We are all men are embodiments of Krishna, manifestations of Krishna, and all women are manifestations of Radha. So they trace the lineage of the boy with Krishna and that of female with Radha. So on the occasion of that, the master was called in from India to conduct the wedding anniversary celebration, and then I came to know that it was. So when firstly in the marriage celebration of Shiva, normally you will invite only the friends that of equal status or a status higher than you. You will not invite any beggars and all those people in your wedding or in the wedding of your son. So in case of Shiva, it was a diverse congregation of the participants. All the defaced, all the demons, the gods, everyone was invited and some came on this, riding this, some okay. So it's a very diverse situation. And he is known as also, his name is Pashupati Nath. The Pashu means animal, the master of the animals, the custodian of the animals. So when it was inquired, who is your father? So Shiva cast his glance below and he did not answer, because there is no father. So how can you marry a person whose father is not known? Now that we go to the court, even if we do not, we have a single parent, or the person whose parent is not known, father is not known. So there was another person that is known as Narad, the wandering sage, which is equivalent to Hizr al-Islam according to Islamic and the Sufi tradition. He was sitting, the man, with a single instrument, single stringed instrument known as ek tara, and he started. Each time when someone asked, Shiva had his glance cast on the ground, and Narad played the tune, ting, ting, ting. So the girl's side, they got angry. He said, one does not answer his looking downwards, and you go on playing the instrument tune, ting, ting. What is this goes on? So Narad responded. He said, music is the creation. It created the entire universe. Christianity say, in the beginning there was Word. The Word was with God. Hinduism says that Om is the beginning. Om is not sound. Om is not any mantra. It is primordial sound. It is the cause of the existence. That something exists, there is a sound. And even now the scientists at NASA has pointed out, when the sun is moving or the earth is moving, a sound is created. So that is the sound. That sound is music. And there was a movie, Sound of Music, came in long ago. That was, the name was very relevant, Sound of Music. So Shiva has no parents. He is born out of his own free will. He is the creation of the music. That is what was answered. And music is harmony. Music is love. Music is understanding. Music is oneness. The music happens when there is, all the instruments are tuned together. Is not there disharmony. When before a concert begins, all the musicians tune their instrument to play one tune. When all the instruments of the body, the left brain, the right brain, the hands and the feet, all are connected with one another. If there is no harmony between the left and the right side of the brain, body acts in a very unusual manner. When there is harmony, that harmony is reflected through the actions, through your hands, through your feet, through your thought process, through everything. It manifests. The harmony manifests through the body in different ways and means. The words that flow out of you, they are harmonized, they are pleasing, they are transforming, they have the capability to transform you. So it is the harmony. And out of that harmony, Shiva gave 112 techniques of meditation. These 112 techniques of meditation that are known as Vigyan Bhairav Tantra are the manifestation of harmony within. And when there is harmony within, the outside becomes harmonious. The words that are flowing out of you are in harmony. And when there is harmony, there is light. There is love flowing out of you. That is why it is said love is an unseen but realized truth. That is why I said Tantra is basically a different approach. It says unless you can enjoy yourself, you cannot help anyone to enjoy. Unless you are really contented with yourself, contented with yourself means harmony, oneness. You cannot serve others. A master is the one who has attained to harmony, bliss within, that manifests in different ways as words, as energy field. If you have not attained to that, why the words of the master becomes relevant? Because he is harmony, he is oneness, he has attained to love, and that's why it manifests in myriad ways and means, through words, through gestures, through silence, through everything. Unless you are overflowing with this harmony, bliss, you are a danger to society, because a person who sacrifices always becomes a sadist. So we will continue this in tomorrow's session. So this was beginning to explain something about love, something about the origin of Shiva. Until then, take care and do have a pleasant day.